All right, everybody. Somebody made me happy and requested a terpene question. Winter 2020 T2 Part 4. Supposed to circle the isoprene unit. This one's got some clues. It says carbon A is bonded to B. There's A. And here's B. And I just don't want anybody thinking that the end of this stick here is a carbon. Or here. Those are not carbons, please. This bond is behind this bond is why it looks like it's broken. Okay? X is bonded to Y. Same story down there, okay? This thing's just out front. Okay. So what do you always start with to do your circles, everybody? What number? 4? 7? There's no 7. 2, 2, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, why is Y itself a 2? Why is this thing labeled Y a 2? That carbon is by itself because we ignore oxygen. Exactly. And here, methylene works as a carbon by itself too. Carboxylic acid could work. Tip, one of these carbons is a carbon off the branch carbon, even though it's connected to another isoprene. That's nasty. I'm telling you, this one is a hard one. Your exam does not require any of those tips. Yours is tipless because yours doesn't have any special exigent circumstances. Okay. I'm just writing random vocab words nowadays. It's a thing I'm going to do. Okay. Okay. So in this one, I'm definitely going to start here. And in this one, I'm going to start there. How come I chose those two number 1? Well, those are unique in that they are part of what I would call a dimethyl. I know that's not a methyl, Dr. Whitaker, you're right. But it's a carbon by itself. It's the equivalent of a methyl. And there's 2 of them. Please start there. It just makes life easier. Because you know one's a 1 and the other's the branch. And then you can go 3, 4. And then you can go 3 and we'll decide the 4 a little later. The top one, I suspect if I go 4 here, that's a 1, right? I think it's reasonable. If I go 4 here, that's going to be a 1. I'm going to try it. Do it in pencil. Pencil. You might have to erase and do the other one if this doesn't work out. Okay. Carefully circle 1, 2, 3, 4 with the branched carbon included. Yeah. There we go. And that would make this a 1, wouldn't it? And down here, that's also got to be a 1. And we can try going 3, 4 and see if we make it work, okay? And down here, 1, 2, 3. I think it works out nice even if I go there. Uh-oh. Probably made a mistake. I put 2 and 3 on. You're right. I would lose a point on my own test upstairs because I labeled the 2 twice. Thank you for catching that before it was too late. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then 4 here or here. I don't know. I might be able to make both of them work. Let me try that one because I suspect I didn't do this one on the key. And sometimes both ways work, sometimes they don't. I really suspect on the key I didn't do it that way. Now, if you do it that way, then what number must this be? That's got to be a 4. Can't be a 3. Now, does the thing finish itself off is the question. I believe it does. Oh, no, there's 2 circles to go. Sorry. There's 2 circles to go. I believe there's 1 circle to go. What does this have to be? Don't say 3. You'll never get to 4 if you call that a 3. That's a 1. And it did finish itself. Careful with your circle here. It's kind of tricky, but what am I trying to say here? In behind, exactly, nicely said. It's behind the red one. Okay? Oh, I missed the branch carbon. I'd lose a half point on my own test. And I get to do this twice because that was fun. In behind. I don't want to lose a half point. Oh, crossing circles, don't like. I know. Sometimes the teacher gets a little too into it. And I circled my branch. Yes, I need 5 carbons in your circle. If I had made the mistake before that young lady caught me before, there would have only been 4 carbons in that circle, right? When I had the 2 and the 3 on the same carbon. Oh boy. Okay. All right, next downstairs. I think this one is actually pretty straightforward going this way. Yeah, I'm doing the circles first. I'm sorry. Whoa, that didn't work out. What did I do wrong there? I circled an extra carbon. Ha, cheater. Okay, that means this has to be a 1. And anybody got the key handy? Did I go 4 here in the key or 4 here? Which of those 4s did I use? Don't have it? I'm going to try the other one. If she has it. I think she's got it. Up on the top one? I'm going to go on the bottom one, this one. It might not work. We could be in a control Z fest. Okay. That's supposed to be a 1 over there. Won't let me shrink it. All right. Let's not use red anymore. That could be a 1, couldn't it? Yeah. Maybe I'm not going to ignore. I'm going to ignore my tip. No, I'm not going to ignore a tip. The tip has bad arrows. So I got to apologize to that semester student. Those arrows aren't pointing to the right carbons if you do the circles this way. See, my tip was for the other key, I think. Maybe. I don't know. You don't need a tip on yours. I told you that, right? So just read the tip this way. A carbon is the carbon off of the branch carbon. The branch carbon's usually by itself, right? It doesn't have any more bonds to carbon. I'm trying to tell you this one does. It's weird. Okay? So why don't you just circle 4 in a row and the branched and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and the tip is right here, isn't it? The tip is this one. Not only does it have a bond to the branch carbon, it's got 2 bonds to the branch carbon. It's insane. Okay. So that was a tricky one, trickier than you're going to see. Yes.
So on our example, we're going to see something like that. No. Last box.
There are no tips on yours at all because yours, in fact, your first terpene is the most straightforward terpene there's ever been in Organic Chemistry 1 history since 1998. Your first one is like that. If you know what an isoprene is and you circle 1, then you just keep going around and circling them, okay? And I may have given a hint that it's in a circle too, but I didn't say that. Okay, I did say that. Okay. All right. Do we have any cool connections? Because you're getting points for cool connections like 3 to T, right? We should do cool connections in different colors. Green, purple. Why did I say 3 to T? Because T is 4, right? I don't want this connection or this connection, but I do want this one. What are you gonna call that one? T to T? No, there's no connection. See, that's me getting fooled by this bond that stops. That's 4 bonded to 1, isn't it? That's not special. No, but, and here 4 bonded to 1 is not special, is it? All right, how about, that's all we have. This is, for an exciting molecule, it's got boring connections. There's people like that. Yeah. That's 4 to 1. That's 4 to 1. You could write the bridge connections down here as weird connections, but I don't even know. Where? This one? This one.
No.
Red.
Red 3.
Red 3. Purple. Yes. T to 3. Thank you. I was running out of gas. 3 to T. Didn't come out very nice. 3 to T. I think that is it. And down here, I got a T to 3. I don't know, B to 2. And B to 1, B to H. Once again, you will never have to do a B connection. You won't. So don't ask me what B is. It's the bridge, the branch, whatever you want to call it. But it's not on your test, is what. And I don't like this. I don't like circles overlapping. I don't know how that happened. Okay, I think it moved. Okay. Head to tail, 3 to T again. And I don't need any bridge ones really. I think they're head to tail. So I think there's 2 down here too. I gotta do what? Yeah, we're not there yet. I think I got the weird connections. Classification, somebody said 4 circles on top. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 20 carbons. 20 divided by 10 is 2. Diterpene. And the other one is 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cis-terpene. Cis-terpene. Oh my goodness. Do you want to know where I was going with that mistake? Or some of the older terpene chemists get upset because that was short form. That is a short form for cis-terpene. And they say, you guys, you forgot. Guys, just learn the top one. You don't need the bottom one ever, okay? And what else you got? Star on stereo center. We got a lot of stereo centers. You do get faster eventually. Oh, I missed one. Tell me where it is. Top, middle. And that's not a stereo center. Tell me why. Same group. SP2, never a stereo center. Don't even talk about it. Yes. Now, there's a double bond here. If it could be E or Z, if that was an option, then that's like a stereo center when you do the calculation. But that is in a ring size 6. EZ is not an option. When is EZ an option? When it's in a ring. 8 or higher. Okay? 8 or higher. So this EZ down here is not an option. That ring size right there is 6. If it's involved in any ring smaller than 8, it's not an EZ option. It's not a cis-trans option either. The other one doesn't exist. Don't tell me about it. But this one is just straight up 2 to the power of how many stars you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? Does somebody have the answer in front of them instead of me finding the 8th answer on question 3 or whatever it is? 256. Otherwise, you go to the multiple choice question where they have the increasing powers of 2. Okay? All right, so there. Why did I put an E with that double bond? Question. Why not any of the other double bonds? They don't have isomerism. This is part G, which didn't show up on our review last time, or our first example. There was no part G. Look, it's even it looks like it was added after the fact, doesn't it? Right there. That double bond could be E or Z. Do you want to see the Z? You ready? Here's the Z. CO2H is here. Methyl's up there. There's the Z. Yeah, I just showed you isomerism is possible, didn't I? Okay, this one's the E. Okay. So when I do the calculation on the key, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I miss any? I didn't ask anybody yet. I think I got them all right. I show it like this: 2 to the power of 7 plus 1. The one's for the E over here. And that's 256. Right? Yeah. I don't believe yours has a part G. Because we never got around to that discussion during class, did we? We never got around to adding another element up here for E and Z. So I did not add it to your test either. No part G. Therefore, you'll not be doing a +1 here or a +2 or whatever. It'll be straight up number of stars or asterisks, whatever you want to call it. Functional group time. I got rid of these arrows, but I assume you don't need these arrows, okay? They're not on your test. I needed more room for 3 terpenes, okay? So point to the functional group. Oh, look at it, made a beautiful arrow. Okay. What functional group am I pointing to? Primary alcohol. What am I pointing to now? Tertiary alcohol. What am I pointing to now? Secondary alcohol. It has 2 bonds to carbon off the alcohol carbon. Yeah. What am I pointing to now? Carboxylic acid, and we're done. I don't need to see alkene. If you put it there, it's fine, but I'm not giving you points. Okay. Yes, there's alkenes, but I don't want those. And I believe we're done. Did we do all the parts? Yeah. 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 It's a nice page. And your page is worth more. I'll give you an idea. I think it went to this. I'm going to erase all of this, but I think I went 15, 6, 3, 6 or 7. I can't remember. 7, 4, 3. There's your total. That's about a third more, right? And it's not a hard page. So, I mean, I cut you a break on that. I hope. Make it so. Okay? So those are your totals. They're going to disappear right now.